I've been trying my best not to think about you, but you're stuck in my mind. I've been hypnotized by you. Hey, all the suffering and pain got me feeling so blue. Cause when it was us, I was never enough. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, pushing me down instead of pulling me up. So tell me what I'm supposed to do just to be alright. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, yeah.
What is going on, folks? James Hicks here, Hicks New Media Infotainment News. Man, it sure does feel good to be back filming an episode of ITN Live. Look, I love all my other shows. I love my other co-hosts. I love all of the different conversations that we've been having. But man, when I get to get focused and talk to some good folks by myself, I take it to heart and I love it. Got a good one for you guys today as well. Lola Kenton, content creator, personal trainer, nutrition coach. We're going to get you guys right today. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff, right? She's got some amazing social media channels that have been blowing up, and we want to talk about how to focus on your exercise, your nutrition, guidelines for all of those. Please ask some questions because I'm not the expert, but she's the expert, and she's going to get you right. She's going to get you right. I want to talk to her a little bit about thriving in this, what I'm calling newly 100% digital world, right? So being an entrepreneur, being a person who deals with clients, typically face-to-face and in person, how is it affecting her from a business professional level, being locked down for 14 months? And then I really want to ask her if I really should be eating that bag of chips 5 minutes before I go to bed. I know what she's going to say, but let me stop messing around. Let's get focused. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lola Kenton. Lola, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much for having me over.
Oh,
hello, everybody.
Definitely. See, the real question was, of course, about those chips, and because me and these Lay's barbecue, that's what we get down with. So you're probably gonna tell me no off the get go. We'll talk about that a little bit later, though. A little bit later. Tell folks who you are, right? I gave kind of a real high-level overview, but give the people what they're looking for and tell the folks who Lola Kenton is.
That is a good question because even I can't define myself in a few words because I am a lot of things. Of course, Lola Kenton, I'm a personal trainer and nutrition coach. I am a content creator. As you said, I'm on various social platforms, including YouTube. I am, as you know, James, the diviner and Reiki master, which I do keep separate from personal training. I am an indigo. I am a child of the word.
Go ahead. You keep talking. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I want folks to understand that there's so many interesting and various layers to you, right? You do more than you're not pigeonholed into one thing. You've got so much going on, and I guess I want to know, how do you do it? And so, how do you do it? And I see you're incredibly successful at the things that you're doing. So time management, let's talk about time management. Let's talk about, again, some of these different disciplines, nutrition coach, personal training, content creator, Reiki master, cartoon master, just all of those different aspects that make up who you are, the unique person. So How do you find the time? We've only got 24 hours every single day. How do you slice it up? You better be sleeping. You know about nutrition and fitness, so I know you're sleeping at least a little bit.
Well, I should do a better job at sleeping. And I definitely should, but to remain honest, I'm not doing a great job at that. But I make sure to, well, I may not sleep long hours in one shot, but I make sure that I catch up during the day.
Mm.
So, but how I manage my time, that is a good question. I do keep a planner, and I am an old school. I mean, I'm old school. I like to write down everything manually.
Yeah,
So while today today we have tablets, we have phones, we have computers where we can just enter things digitally. I still prefer to have a board where I write everything down. So I every night I actually write down what I need to do the next day. So that blackboard is facing my bed. So that's the last thing I I see when I fall asleep, and the first thing I see when I open my eyes as well. And throughout the day, I just make sure that I check mark things, and at the end of the day, I repeat, write down what I need to do the next day.
I love that. So check this out. So check this out. Behind, well, you can barely see it, but behind me, I have actually my whiteboard in my office as well, right? So I do the exact same thing, and either throughout the day, either as I engage with clients or having conversations, I'm very emotional with the hands. I call them the jazz hands, and I talk with this, but I also like to write things as well. But that whole concept of writing down your objectives, either what you accomplished that day or what you plan to do that very next day before you shut down. There's power in that, right? Because it actually, I think it actually helps you to rest, because you know you have something that you're striving for in terms of looking to accomplish the very next day, and it actually gives you purpose.
Exactly.
Talk to us a little bit about how you started doing that. And again, how you started doing that. And again, in this digital world where you've got your phone, you got your tablet, and it's just easier to probably do a voice note. Why still write those things down to get those ideas out on paper and before you move forward with your next day?
I just feel like writing things down is a better way to connect first with the intention that you are writing down, or well, at least that you have in mind,
Hmm.
and connect with your word, and putting it on in ink. The thing with ink is that the idea with ink is that it's something permanent, even though on the board you can erase it, but the idea of the ink is this is something permanent. So if you write something with ink, it kind of a promise that you're making to yourself,
Hmm.
and it's a bind. So that's why I go that way. Whatever I do, I mean, I make sure to keep intentional with everything that I do and that I say. So I
Wow.
write, if I want to do something, uh, it's each day I need to write it down, not in pencil, but with ink, and make sure that it is. There's this phrase, nothing is set in stone.
Right.
But by us doing that, we are setting our intention in stone somehow, and it binds us. And that's what, okay, you made that promise to yourself, now do it.
I love the simplicity yet the complexity of that. Right. You said be intentional with the things that you do. Right. There's so much going on in the world. Right. There's so many things that matter, and there's so many things that don't matter. But if you can be intentional about the things that matter within your sphere of influence, like you say, you do consciously every single day, I just think that takes a lot of weight off of an individual's shoulders and allows you to focus on, again, the things that truly and really matter. And
Absolutely.
that's so. Talk to me about that. I mean, again, that's my thought just from hearing what you said, and I hope that the folks that are listening and watching kind of gather that as well, just from that statement that there was a lot of power in just you saying that, and you probably say that to yourself every single day, but not realizing that it carries so much weight. Look, I'm gonna dive deep in here. We gonna learn and do. We gonna get focused. I need to get my own shirt. Shouts out to Press and Soul for creating all of my stuff. But next week I'll have you on again next week, and I'll have my own shirt on. But I'm rocking Diana Gladney right now.
Yeah, presents are they're the best.
Oh look,
Sylvia and Andrew, they're
love
the
them,
best.
love everything that they do. How long have you been doing? How long have you been focused on health, fitness, nutrition, and things like that? How long have you been? Not just from a client perspective, but how long? When did you take that move to say this is something I want to focus my activities on?
Um, that's a good question. I mean, I've always been interested in fitness and health. So for a long time, in growing up, I will make sure that I will stay active, physically active as much as possible. And also, I mean, on an aesthetic point of view, I've always loved muscles. It's like, yes, I want muscles. I want to be big. I want to have as less fat as possible and look great. Have everybody as jealous of how great I
You out
I
here
mean,
trying to
we love
flex
it,
on
but
them. No, you out here
but
trying to
that's
flex on these
true.
folks.
That is true. That is
That's,
always what I've been.
and there's nothing
I've
wrong
been.
with that. I love it.
There's nothing wrong with that. So as a kid, I mean, I've done a lot of sports growing up. I've done soccer, I've done
Okay.
basketball, I've done dancing, I did ballet. I did almost everything. Volleyball, martial arts, you
Okay.
you name it. so, so I've always been interested in fitness, and but it wasn't. I mean, I even started bodybuilding in 2014, I believe, or 13, but it wasn't until 2018 that I really considered doing that turn that passion into a job, into my job.
hmm
So,
hmm So I would just say this: if it all goes down and I'm out in these streets acting a fool, I'm gonna need you and I'm gonna need Keely to be my bodyguards. I need y'all watching out for me because if I start drinking this dark liquor and get out here in these streets and start acting a fool, I'm just gonna need you and Keely to make sure that I get home safely. And I know she's in the comments, so hopefully she's getting a laugh out of that as well. But
hello, Kelly. Hello, everyone in the comments.
folks, please do ask Lola questions. I got a handful of things that I definitely want to ask her, and I don't want to be selfish. I definitely want to make sure that her time is used as valuably as possible. But let me ask this. You talked about, again, being a professional trainer, being a personal trainer, and a nutritionist. Last 14 months have been tough, all right? Because the world is not just halted or slowed down, the world has stopped. And your industry and your business really involves a lot of times the one-on-one, person-to-person, face-to-face engagements and interaction with folks. How have you been able to pivot to dealing with the pandemic again with your personalized customer service industry and business, right?
Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge. It's been tough, but I like to say, it's difficult but not impossible. And I've been in this industry for um well, officially 2 years. I mean, not official, but as professional for two
Mm-hmm.
years. Because before that, I was an engineer. So from aerospace engineering to this, it was, again, those are two separate words that have barely anything in common.
Right.
But yes, I mean, my journey into being professional in this field started with me being laid off
Okay.
2 years ago. And so with the difficulty to land another engineering job, I already had my certification. So I just told myself, look, instead of chasing someone else's dream, trying to work for them, why don't you start your, I mean, go after your own, and just try to brave as many obstacles as will come on your way to make it, I mean, to build your empire, because that's actually what it is when we work with, when we are employees for other people, we are building other people's empires. So just to myself, like, start building your own. So that's actually how my this journey started, and I became um I mean, I created the I'm looking for words here. I have it in French. And this is something that happens a lot. I look for my words like, I'm
If you
blanking.
start talking in
But
French, I'll just feed it through Google Translate and we'll make it happen. I'll just make sure also, you know, that the YouTube algorithms just definitely say it's and this is a global conversation. So do what you need to do. Do what you need to do.
yes, well, I have all those language that fight all the time in my head a lot. So, but yes, the company I became a company last year during the pandemic. So it was already, I mean, I started when the pandemic had already hit.
Okay.
And when I started, I already knew, well, I want to serve people virtually anyways. So so it's been a challenging year.
Yeah.
I've taken the time to actually build. I mean, for the first year since the company exists, I've taken my time to set things in motion, learn how to be an entrepreneur, and yeah, I mean, it's I'm learning every day.
Every day. Every day.
Yes,
That's what we
every
do.
day. Sometimes you want to quit, but most of the time you remember why you started, and like, yes, I love it, and you keep going.
I I don't want to gloss over some of the things you stated, and that's why I definitely wanted to make you bigger on the screen, because you said some things there that when I replay this back, I'm just going to stand back and just smile as well. I mean, and the words that you use, building your own empire, right? I mean,
Yeah.
those aren't just common. That's not something that everyone would always say, but you started out of the gate saying, I'm not just going to do something. I'm going to build something for me. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to build my own empire. I'm going to build something that resonates. You started off by saying every day, every night, you make sure you do everything with intent and purpose.
Yeah.
Those are key characteristics of successful human beings, right? Those, and I almost wonder, were you always like that? Is this something that you think you were born with? You think you were taught in school? I mean, just to have, again, this different vocabulary, right? Talking about success, talking about positive, talking about making sure you elevate yourself and the things that you touch. Again, was this something that the folks that you were around, maybe your parents or just your society and things like that? How did you start exuding this type of positivity and this type of energy?
I think it probably came from the way I grew up, because I didn't grow up with my family, not because they, well, at some point I thought the reason what was because they didn't want me, but it's not true. It was for other reasons that they sent me, excuse me, that they sent me away. But growing up, I grew up with people who taught me, I mean, they taught me a lot and how to survive through adversity,
Mm-hmm.
because um when the how can I say it, I grew up with people who did not even see me as a child. So at time I can be childish and do things that appeal kids more and all. But I tell people, look, my childhood was stolen,
Hmm.
and this is a way for me to make up for it, and I laugh about it. But yeah, growing up, I was not never seen as a child, but an animal. So the reason behind beast train mean. So
That was going to be one of my questions.
um,
Okay, because I love the uniqueness of the name. So definitely tell us about that.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, I grew up literally as an animal. I was many times I was not fed. I would be put in cages. And punished for things that other kids did just because of um, my spiritual gift, or the tribe I belong to, or
Hmm.
well,
Mm.
tribe of my father, because I'm originally from Cameroon in Africa. And the thing in Cameroon is the children are from, here you are from where you were born.
Right.
In Cameroon, it's different. You are from where your father is from. So he's from a tribe that is very hated in the country.
Mm.
So that followed me along. So yeah, I think growing up in those circumstances where I will go days with no food, or in cage under the sun, or I mean, every opportunity to learn and be successful, even in school, were trying. I mean, people were trying to take that away from me, but I always found a way. So I think growing up in that kind of circumstances made me want to be someone who, well, first of all, help others
Hmm.
and make sure that other people don't have, and children don't have to go through circumstances like that. And I guess that's how I started to think of, yeah, build your own empire so that you can provide with to those who have less to nothing, and prevent situations like that to happen to other people. So I guess that yeah, fierce mind of of evolution, and
Yeah.
trying to be successful and surround myself with successful people if possible, and when possible. Yeah, all came from that.
I look. I'm hyped up now. So let me tell you, I mean, hearing your story, and thank you very much for sharing that story. Definitely
You're
a
welcome.
sensitive conversation, but for having that conversation, because again, one thing that I continue to say is we need to have whatever those awkward conversations are, and we need to have just a dialogue amongst different folks, because that's how we learn, that's how we grow, and that's how we heal, and that's how we progress, right? So
Exactly.
having this conversation. Anyone again watching, anyone listening now or as for the replay, gain some additional insight, gain some ideas in terms of who you are. And so from a professional perspective, they would say, I want to work with Lola because she is X, Y, and Z. She is real, right? She's the reason why she named it Beast Train Mean is because of this. She lives it, she breathes it, she eats it. It is innate into what her soul is. So that's key and that's critical. Again, I just want to say thank you for sharing that. And
You're
look,
welcome, James.
talk about that site though. Let's look at that, man. Look, you doing your thing here. I'm over here looking at the site, trying to make sure that I do my calisthenics correctly. How's it going? Again, you said you started front of mind thinking of supporting clients virtually. So with that being the case, yeah, again, the last 14 months have probably been just, let's just say, challenging, but you started out already thinking that I don't have to be with you at the gym. I don't have to be with you in your garage. I don't have to do all these other things. Your site looks amazing. You've done some great reviews. Talk to me, first of all. I want to get to your first post there, but how in the world did you get the Bowflex adjustable weights. Nobody can get the Bowflex adjustable weights. Who you know?
This,
Who we need to talk to? Do I just need to start dropping your name? Because look, I had them on order. They said, "Oh, we got them. They're in stock. Come on and order them. Here's a special price for the set." 10 minutes later, they send me an email. Yeah, you know what? They're not gonna ship for another 8 months. I'm like, you know what? You done already took the money out of my credit card because you sucked me into it and said they were in stock. Yeah, they were in stock, all right. They were in stock in someone else's house. But how'd you get those?
these actually, those are these dumbbells. I've had these for 5 years,
What?
actually. So yes, because I've always tried to uh thank you, Kelly. I've always like I said, I've loved fitness for a long time, most of my life. So I've always tried to build my own mini gym.
Hmm.
So I will always get things here and there. So 5 years ago, I got these. I saw these dumbbells. I had wanted them for a while, but being in school and with not no money to get them. As soon as I got I got hired that previous job as an engineer, man, I saw my opportunity as a look.
Man,
Congratulate yourself for this job, and that was the first thing I got.
I'm jealous. Look,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm jealous. I'm just gonna tell you. And we got some distractors here in the comments saying that they weren't for me. I got you. Okay, tall boy, brother. So I had to get some other ones. I don't even know what the name is, but I got them. But obviously, I'm a name
Are they
brand
the
guy.
power blocks? The one
No,
with
I
the
don't. I don't.
color
I don't
on the
like. I don't
side?
like the power blocks because those are the square ones. I don't like those. No,
Yeah,
they just look
yeah.
crazy. See, look, see,
And
see
they
how
take
look how
time.
he talking about me. He talking bad about me. Oh my. Well, that's true, right? If you had them 5 years ago, right, you weren't just right when everyone else was trying to get them. You were already way ahead of the game. But that's okay. I'm still a little jealous, and I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna act childish for about
But
5 more minutes.
I was where you are with the kettlebell though, because I got the kettlebell in last year
Okay.
in I think July or June, some around that time. And yes, that was, of course, the pandemic has already hit, and so things, anything related to working out at home was selling really fast. And I saw the kettlebell, the Bowflex kettlebell. I signed up for the wait list, and I was on a wait list for a while, over a month on a wait list. As soon as I sent that email that oh yeah, it's back in stock. Next thing I knew, I bought it. And interesting enough, the same day that I bought them, while I was waiting for them to be shipped, the same day before going to bed, I refreshed the page and they were out of stock again.
Crazy. It's crazy. You know, see how they doing me? They doing me wrong here in the comment section. But I from a consumer perspective and from an economic perspective, it's great, right? Folks are buying these things and they're selling out, and right, you can't work out, but still, look, my midnight pandemic purchase was a Peloton. One night when it started, I bought my Peloton at midnight, and so I'm down with you. I completely understand. But I want to go back to look at you with the AdSense going. I ain't mad at you, but I know how to get around that. You have your gun, what is it? The
Massage gun.
let's talk about that because behind the scenes we were talking about it. Yeah, let me go ahead and get focused here and get on scene here. Hold on, let me go this one so folks can see. Your boy is rocking his Hypervolt, and
Hypervolt.
I got this last year as a Christmas present to myself. I hide it in my office so no one sees it. They come looking for it, but I don't let anyone else use it. Talk to me about yours, because you've got yours, and you have done some amazing reviews and pretty focused in terms of use cases. You know, why you should or why you shouldn't, and kind of the value and the benefit of it. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, I love massage guns. You know, as you said, I've reviewed quite a few of them so far, and I was telling you behind the scene that I got one today to review.
Again, you just, you know, my address. Look, I could type my address in a DM right now. So, you know, holla at your boy. Okay, I'm sorry.
I just love massage guns, and I also love, you know, I love excellence. So I'm very what's the word? Picky about who I work with and who I want to put my name on. So
I like that.
I'm very careful with that. And so far, I mean, yes, I am I'm part of the Terra Body network, but that does not it does not affect what I'm about to say right now. To date, at least for the massage guns that I have try out so far, Terra Body, they're leaders in that industry for a reason, you know. So yeah, what I have, the one I have with me here is their baby version. Just came in last year, and the reason why, you know, it wasn't. I didn't even know that you asked me about it, but
I come out of left field. You don't know what I'm at. Look, folks, that's why guests I think are a little nervous coming on the show with me alone, because you don't know what I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna throw some things out of left field.
So yeah, I mean, I love them, and you know, when I use my Terra gun, I keep thinking to myself, why did I not think of building this product? Because, you know, when it takes me back when I was playing tennis, and I will always, you know, to beat the soreness, I will always punch myself on the muscle and all, and that's what those things do. I mean that, and every time I say, like, why did I not think of it? I was so.
you had the idea, you just didn't put it to pen and paper, right? You know, you already conceptualized it.
But no, they are really good for, you know, they have they help with the blood flow properly. They help with your recovery. They help with they cut, well, I should even start with that. They cut your workout time big time, because, you know, if you have a massage gun, then you don't have to I mean, for your warm-up, you don't have to do exercises for warm-up. You can just grab your massage gun and run it on the muscles that you are going to work that day. For the cool down, the same. You don't have to. Of course, you always want to stretch, and you should stretch, because stretching increases flexibility, which keeps you away. I mean, which helps you prevent injuries. But the massage gun also helps with that, because with the massage gun, you get the massage on your muscle, but you also get them to elongate, which with elongate stretching and help with your flexibility. They help you move better. And so, yeah, they are, I mean, I have one in every, I always have one with me. Like, I'll be driving.
You got one in the glove box. You got one in the trunk. I love. Let me ask you something, because you brought something, and I'll bring this comment up here as well. Because so being an athlete, you are used to, I guess, having an actual massage therapist. But the difference between the physical person actually rubbing into the tissue and things like that. So talk to us a little bit about which you prefer, the gun or an actual massage therapist. You can't have a massage therapist in your truck all the time. So from a convenience perspective, but talk to us a little bit about that in relation to that comment.
Um, well, I have I've had massage from real people before, but not from a professional. But
Okay.
I do have a friend who was, well, at the time he wasn't a professional, so that's why I said not by a professional, but he was taking courses to become licensed. And the deep tissue massage that he gave me, I mean, they are different from the massage. Well, I should say, I shouldn't say they're different. Well, they're different in the sense that the person with their fingers or their elbows or whatever they use, because he used his elbows, he used it. I didn't know he was that limber until he gave me that massage. Like, this guy is not human.
Watch out now. Watch out now.
But I mean, a therapist can also use a massage gun in the same way, because for them, the advantage for them to use a massage gun on you is that don't get hand soreness, because all those are to reach as deep as they need to reach. You know, they get cramps on their hands and stuff. So the massage gun, they know exactly where to go, how deep to go. So the advantage for them is suppression of the cramps, and also, yes, if a massage, I would not give the same type of massage with a massage gun than a therapist would. So to some degree, they still they don't replace a therapist, but they do a good job. They do a great job too. And the reason why ourselves would not would not do the same type of massage is because from the moment it starts to hurt, we put back. So
So you lose the effectiveness. Yeah, you lose the effect.
I mean, the therapy, from the moment you cry, they hear you cry, that's actually how they know, oh, this is where I need to go even deeper, you know?
Better sit down. You better take this. You better watch out now. Now, let me ask you this. Now, because you're going into some great context, and again, from a fitness training perspective, and just having this consultation, is this what you typically would provide to clients who come to you at Be Strain Mean, or is it only around the actual exercise? I mean, the what are the services that you provide on your website?
I do provide one-on-one, of course, and as I said, is virtual. So every program is customized to the individual that I deal with. So we look, because I do have 5 specialization and certification on top of being a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. But my main focus is corrective exercise. And the reason, and that I do apply in all exercise program that I provide. I provide individuals who come to me, because I want to make sure that I don't just give them a workout plan to say, okay, here's your workout, go do it and feel better. I actually look at how they move before, because the way they move is what is going to dictate the program that they need, because we don't just we don't just focus on meeting their goals. We also make sure that as we work towards their goals, we also correct the muscle imbalances that they may have. So if they have, I had one example, one individual that I worked with 2 years ago. I worked with 2 years ago. He came to me with flat feet and inward knees. So we worked together for 3 months. By the time by the end of those 3 months, I mean, he was straight, his back was straight, his rounded shoulders and all. He couldn't even believe it, and he was like, yeah. And but yeah, we do. I want to make sure that yes, we want to get you fit. We want you to change your eating habit without you removing anything from your plate, because I'm not one of those trainers or nutrition coach that would tell you, look, you need to remove XYZ. No, I preach the eat everything you like, eat everything you love. So if your goal is to lose weight, you lose weight and get fit without sacrificing any food, and at the same time, you also get better movements if you have. I mean, when you come to me with some pains when you're done working with me, most of those pains usually, if not all, are gone. So
Wow. Okay.
I'm pretty proud of my I'm pretty proud of my service. I mean, I'm so confident in the result that I actually have a 12-week satisfied guarantee.
I heard that.
Every person who comes to me, I tell them, look, if in 12 weeks you haven't changed mentally and physically, I return your money, every penny, with no question asked. That's how
Look,
confident I am in my service.
look, I tell you what, if I can still eat that bag of chips at night, and at the end of 12 weeks, your boy can be back in them 34s, you may have a. Wanted to put this up there so folks can definitely see that and support you in those efforts and those endeavors.
Oh, thank you.
You mentioned you had 5 specialties of focus. What are those? Because I think again, folks would be interested to know what aspect of fitness, health, nutrition that they could or should be reaching out to you for.
I do have, of course, fitness nutrition specialization on top of the certification. I have in performance enhancement. I always get those mixed up because in French, one comes before the other. Performance enhancement specialization, corrective exercise, and all those specializations are through the NASM, and
Okay, so you NASM. Okay.
yes, NASM, and I do have a women fitness specialization as well. So yeah, quite a few specialization under my belt.
Okay. Folks, y'all better reach out. Lola's no joke here, right? Y'all, you might want to Google her, right? Because she's definitely going to be at the top of the results when you go look for her. Let me ask you another question from the nutrition fitness world, and then I want to dive into another topic. So we've talked about equipment. We've talked about kind of your methodology and your specialties. I saw another post that you recently did about supplementation, and that could be controversial because folks will just don't know what to take, what not to take, what adverse effects and things of that. I saw you giving love to creatine. 2 thumbs up to that. Creatine, look, is what it's all about. From a recovery perspective, I'm a big glutamine person as well. I mean, really, so my massage gun and my glutamine that really helps with recovery. But you were also talking a little bit about thermogenic fat burners, and I think you did one on hydroxycut or something like that. So, talk to us a little bit about your thoughts around supplementation and what should folks take, what should folks not take, and just kind of some best practices from someone in your position.
So yes, you said it perfectly. Supplementation, when it comes to supplementation, it can be very controversial. The thing actually is supplements are just that, supplements. These are things that you add to your diet, and we actually don't need them. Now, are you going to gain muscles without supplement? Of course. Are you going to lose weight without supplement? Absolutely, because the best supplement that we have is our nutrition. So it all starts in the kitchen.
Love that.
If all you have to do is eat right, eat nutritious food, now supplement come into play if let's say you can't, if there are some nutrients that you can't get from your diet for whatever reason. uh, I, for instance, I talked about how I grew up and not being fed a lot as a child. I developed that caused me to develop disordered eating. So to this day, eating is still a challenge for me. So
Mm.
that means I don't necessarily get I mean, I struggle to eat my daily my daily calorie intake. I mean, I do my own when I treat myself as a client and look at my own numbers, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to eat 1,800 calories, and I'm like,
I
I
am nowhere near
can't.
my daily recommended dose, my numbers yet, right?
So yeah, no supplement, with difficulty eating, that means I don't get enough protein
Mm.
either. So I resort to supplement for that. So
Mhm.
this is one way to resort to supplement if you can't get enough of some nutrients from your own your from your food. And or you love meat, but meat is very can be expensive, and
Mhm.
you can't afford to put $50 weekly in meat now. I mean, because of the you want the protein in meat, you you can resort to protein powder and things like that. So I don't always I mean, supplements are not the first thing that I push to people that I work with. First, I first look at what they eat
Mm.
before they actually um before we can actually move to supplement what they eat. And I work as a nutrition coach. I work on making sure that they get all that they need uh in their food. So yeah, supplement. We don't need supplements. They're good to have, but not
I love it.
necessary.
Yeah, I love the fact that you brought that up, and you said really it all starts with your nutrition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can push it all the weight that you want. You can do all these other things, but at the core of it, healthy lifestyle really focuses on nutrition. And you notice I haven't been saying I haven't used the word diet. I haven't even used the word exercise. I talk train, right? So training, nutrition, those are kind of those mindsets as well. Uh, High fructose corn syrup is a killer. Whoever invented that, yeah, they're multi-billionaires, but you know what? That's what's killing. Look, I don't want. We can go down a whole nother tangent with
Well,
that, but
you know,
talk to me. Okay, talk to me. What you got?
I don't necessarily think that it is a killer. And people are going to say a lot. I mean, there's a lot of things there, and I always encourage people to fact check everything that they read,
Yeah,
because not everything that you see on the internet is fact.
ooh, I like
And
that.
I like to well, it is true.
No,
And
it's true.
being from an engineering and science background, I always go by science. Sugar is not bad for you. Carbs are not your enemy.
Hmm.
Fat are your friends. So people are going to tell you they're going to tell you the opposite, but you need everything. You
Everything in
need
moderation.
everything,
Everything in moderation. Right?
everything in
Yeah. Yeah.
moderation. Because look, water is good, but too much water will kill you too.
Hey,
So
let me tell you something. No, you're true, right? So here in my area in Sacramento, I think it was 10 years ago, there was a radio station contest, and it was how much water can you drink in a certain amount of time. And one of the contestants literally drowned themselves and
drown.
died from drinking too much water. So water, yeah, the most pure substance on the planet that's supposed to be, the most good thing for you. Yeah, she killed herself. But
Exactly.
my statement about the high fructose corn syrup is, again, it's artificial. It's again, everything in moderation. Look, again, here I am talking about my potato chips. I'm going through it, right? I'm still doing it, but I love this comment too from the audience. Can he still eat his crab legs and drink his Minute Maid?
Absolutely. You can drink it, but as long as it's funny because this is similar to
And he
questions
no,
that
look at it, and see, and he been called out. So that's his government name right there. See, Miss Keeley got him. So appreciate you. Tall boy, you better watch out. I don't know if you were here for the whole show. Look, Keeley and Lola, I just got to do the hootie hoo, and they will be there. Make sure I stay out of trouble. They'll get you, brother. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lola.
But no, you're fine. People who have come to me when we designed their program. As I said, everything is customized, and I do have a spreadsheet with all my calculations where all I need is from you is information like your gender, your age, your goals, and because I enter everything in that spreadsheet, and it gave me how long it would take you to reach your goal. And well, it gave us a range, and together we pick a time. And what that does is when we have that time, it also populates the calories that you need to eat daily to reach that goal in that amount of time. And the calories I don't touch because I'm not a licensed dietitian, so I cannot tell people what type of diet they should eat or what they eat. I stay with numbers, and I'm a number girl too.
I love
so
it.
We have the amount of calories. We also have a breakdown of your macronutrients, which are your the amount of fat that you need daily, the amount of carbs that you need daily, the amount of proteins that you need daily. And those numbers are what I give you and tell you, look, as long as you stay within those numbers, I don't care what you put in your plate. So however you do it, just make sure that you stay within those numbers, because these numbers are what are going to get you to your goals. Now, if you want to hit those, of course, quality of your food is always going to matter.
Yeah.
But if you want to hit those numbers with cake, pizza, beer, and whatever, that's on you.
Why you all in my business now? Why you got to get all in my business?
Well, it's just to come back to what Corey was saying. Yes, you can have cake. Yes, you can have your Minute Maid. Yes, you can have chips. And actually, did last year I did a 30-day challenge to prove to my followers on Instagram. Of course, at the time on main, the following day was really small. But I did that to prove my followers among all, on all platforms, that you can actually lose. It is possible to lose weight with by eating junk food. So for 30 days, my goal was to lose 7 pounds of fat in 30 days. And every day I would document what I would eat, the calories, the carbs, the carbs, the fat and protein, all that. I would document everything, so they will actually see that I had cake, I had pizza, I had things. And at the end of the 30, I started that challenge around 24% body fat. And at the end of the 30 days, eating all those things, I finished those 30 days at 17% body fat.
Okay.
So
well, hey.
All right.
Hey, all right then. Okay. I love it.
So you can eat everything you want as long as it's smart.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It's
I love it.
smart.
I love it. That's a good point. There you go. So I'll ease up on the potato chips. I'll ease up on the scotch. Tonight I'll only have a single. I won't have a double scotch tonight while I'm editing videos, things like that. Let me ask about another thing. So we actually met through live streaming, a community that we're part of, the whole Ecamm community, the whole Let's Get Live community, and things of that. I want to make sure that I got that back stand that you have behind you in focus and on the shot here, because I know you put a lot of effort into just building out your studio. So let's talk. So we've talked about your training, we've talked about your nutritionist, and then that whole other aspect of being a content creator. Talk to us a little bit about that journey and about how you've just grown your capabilities, your abilities, maybe even some of the, I don't want to necessarily talk equipment, but again, I guess just how you've grown into a content creator alongside being a service professional, being a nutritionist and a personal trainer and things like that.
This creator journey starts almost 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
because again, when being a newly certified personal trainer, I was looking for my own way, wondering, okay, what am I to do? How am I to put myself out there? And
I know. Don't look at the comments. Don't even look at the comments, because see, they'll throw you off, and then you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna start talking in French, and Keely's over there too. She's typing. She's thinking of what else she can do just to throw you off your game. I love her.
Oh, yeah,
I love her, boy.
Oh yes, I love Keely.
She's purposely trying to throw you off your game right now. Tall boy, Corey, go sick her. Go get she'll get you, but she'll take you down. Never mind. Don't do it.
Yes. So yes, I started YouTube with really no. Of course, everybody who start YouTube has this misconception that, okay, the first video that we're going to put out is going to blow up overnight. But yes, I started it because, well, I wanted the name Beast Trainman out there somehow, and the best way for me that I could think of was YouTube, because I knew that, okay, with videos can go places,
Mm-hmm.
And of course, another time, freshly new certified, didn't really know how to start, what to talk about. So I really tried everything I could, watch some YouTubers in the field, and see who I resonated with, what type of content I resonated with, and try to go from there. And yes, and the rest just became as I kept going. At first, YouTube was, yes, start and see where it goes, and if it's even something that is that you are passionate about. And the more I went about it, and the more it became clear that, oh, I actually like this kind of thing. Of course, I hate being on camera and talking on camera, but
so you feel real comfortable right now, huh?
Well, here's the thing. Many people who, I tell people, many people don't believe me when I tell them I'm a shy person, and I hate being. I hate being on camera and talking. And say, you look so natural on camera. Like, oh, I guess the work has been.
You got a good poker face. Yeah, you got a good poker face.
Oh, I've been told that.
I tell you what.
With time it just, yes.
I was gonna say, let me add. Oh, see, now they're kicking in here. I want to know, did Joanna just curse me out here?
Joanna, No, she said she's going to write in French.
Okay, see,
She's going to.
because here they come now, right? Here they come. I barely got
And
English
Kelly
down,
said,
right?
"I understand a bit." Yes, Kelly said she understand a bit too. Let's go.
The show has gone off the rails. I don't even know look, let me tell you, I can barely speak English, and now we got all different kinds of things going on. I love it though.
You know, I had this friend in high school because I grew up in Switzerland, and I had this friend in high school who together I think we had developed our own language because, you know, in Switzerland, there are three national languages, French, well, not in that order, German, French, and Italian in that order. And you have to learn at least two of them. And in school, you also have to learn other languages. So uh, between French, Italian, Spanish, German, all
Yeah.
those languages that we were learning, and Geneva, which is where I grew up. Geneva is a metropolitan city. You have people coming from all over the place. And the funny thing in Geneva is that, you know, you have also people working to you, speaking random languages,
Hmm.
expecting you to answer in that
Yeah.
language. So
Yeah.
I ended up picking up other languages from just interacting with people randomly like that. So with that one friend in school, we would, you know, we would, our own language was making sentences with different language. So
Hmm.
one sentence could have 5, 6, 8 different languages, each word for it.
What you gonna do?
Yes.
My goodness, what are you gonna do? I love it. Let's do this because again we started going down the path talking about you creating content and you taking advantage of social media, new media, and things like that. And we started looking at your YouTube page, and then I got thrown off by the whole other languages.
The French.
I got thrown off by that. How is that journey going? Right, because again, I saw some of the infancy of what you were doing, and that's again how we kind of connected. And now I see again. I think you're 100% comfortable behind a camera, in front of a lens, and behind a microphone, right? And again, it's not about the gear. Who cares about what gear you got? You could be streaming from your phone and just talking into a lapel mic or whatever. But how have you stayed out of that? Right, stayed away from the imposter syndrome of saying I got to get. I'm gonna start dropping just models and things now. I got to get an SM7B. I got to get a Stream Deck. I got to get a Rodecaster Pro. Right, staying out of all of that conversation. Some of it's good. Some of it's good because we want to have quality gear. We want to have things that'll do our job and make us sound professional, look professional, things like that. But stayed out of that and focused on the content itself because that's really what resonates and that's really what matters.
Yes. I think that I was yes, I did I when I started, I didn't have all those things that I have now. And it didn't stop me because I think it's also because of my background. Well, I did I'm a photographer amateur, and you know, with photography, I've always learned in photography it's not the gear that matter, because you can give someone a 10,000 camera. If they don't have the photographer eye, the results will be poor, you know. So with that in mind, I always knew the gear doesn't matter as much as what you have to say.
Love it.
And how you say it. So I've always tried to make sure that I to connect not not because of the gear or not with the gear itself, but with what I had to say. And as a matter of fact, I started with my phone. I started with an iPhone 6s Plus, and in a few months ago, in January, Ecom upgraded my gear with a Sony A60 6400, but my phone is still haven't been a mobile creator for a long time. My phone is still my number one, my go-to. So it is to say, yeah, the gear, it's great to have a stream deck. It's great to have a great camera, of course, but start with what you have and upgrade when you can. But at the end of the day, yeah, focus on the message that you have to put out, that you want to put out there, and make sure that it resonates with who you are trying to talk to.
Yes, I love that. Joanna, I put the link to Lola's YouTube page in the comments, not just on the screen, but I put it in the comments as well, and it'll be for everyone else. It'll be in the show notes when everything gets published. So, oh yeah, we gonna get them. We gonna make sure those numbers keep rising because you got some quality content. It's good stuff. We were talking though, so I'm gonna deviate, and again, we were talking about the
Absolutely.
Pluses and minuses, pros and cons. So again, we were talking a little bit about gear, and you were trying to figure out, should you buy a piece of gear? Let's go down that path real quick, because I think we got a lot of folks in our same world right now that are watching, and they'll probably be turned off by what I'm going to say. But I'm here for controversy.
Yes, that is yes, we were absolutely talking about it before the show started. I was telling you that my setup right now is good. I'm happy where I am right now, but there is one more, well, actually two. The other one is a microphone, but there's no need for an upgrade right now. But that piece of equipment is a Rodecaster Pro, because it's not just about the sound effects, because I already was able to make sound effect through Ecom without even a stream deck when right from since last year when I started using Ecom. So it's not just that, but the reason for me is wondering about it, because I've been wondering since October last year, and the only reason that will make me buy a Rodecaster Pro, even though I know that I don't need one to start, is podcasting, because I'm interested in starting a podcast. And so I told myself, look, when you're ready to start that, get yourself a Rodecaster Pro, because in my mind, I need a reason to spend $600 on a piece of equipment, So the podcast is that reason for me so far.
That's all right. I love it. And Joanna Swanfoot has something to say. I'm loving the comments that are coming through. Talking about Stream Deck's a must, coughing in his elbow, or talking about watch hours.
The dab one.
It's all good. So let me see what they talking about. The Rodecaster Pro will allow you more control on the sound. So here's my statement on that, and I am in agreement, right? I've got one, but the majority of the times you see it, and folks are only using it for what, right? Making sound effects.
Exactly.
There is no need to drop $700, $800 for something just to make sound effects, when you can do that from a Stream Deck, you can do that from your mobile phone, or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
But think outside of that, right? And think of the additional functionality that you have. Think about, again, podcasting. Think about a lot of these new audio social networks that are in the place. You know, the clubhouses, Facebook is doing one, Reddit is doing one, Twitter has their spaces. Being able to integrate audio and video together, being able to bring in multiple guests. We're not going to be under lockdown forever, but right, the RCP has 4 channels. I can plug in 4 XLR mics into here, so I can have a round table in person of 4 people speaking at the exact same time. I've got my smartphone that I can plug into that as well, bring in a remote feed. So that's very cool. Connectivity via Bluetooth. So it brings a whole nother level to your conversation that you provide to your community. There's a lot of other products out there that don't cost the $600-700, but again, you get what you pay for. I'm not going to mention anybody else's, no other products names or anything, but you know, sometimes you do have to spend a couple of dollars to get a quality piece of gear to do what you want to do if you're trying to really branch out, level up, whatever the statement that we want to use. I'm not paid or sponsored by Rode, but I do have their pod mic plugged in, so I'm all Rode from that perspective, from the audio perspective, and from the interface. Highly recommend it. I highly recommend going with that whole solution, and then going with a something like a cloud lifter to an amplifier for the microphone. So just those pieces of equipment within your studio help you to broaden not just that blog that you've got, which is doing amazing, your YouTube channel, which is definitely on fire as well, but then bring in that whole audio content, right? Because audio and conversation is old school, but it is not going away as with the advent of something like a Clubhouse, right? So,
and you know, and that's why, you know, I told you behind the scenes, the big reason I want it is I want to sound pro, you know. So, but yeah, it is. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not getting it. The money is already there in the bank account, you know.
I tell you what, we can log on to the Best Buy website right now, and
you know, I was actually going to.
we can do it right
Friday. No, the reason I'm not going to, I'm going to tell you right now. I was going to do it on Friday.
Yeah.
But Rich Graham, his unboxing video popped as a recommendation on what you call it, on YouTube, and I watched it. He was unboxing his, and he was talking about a promo code from Guitar
Center. Guitar Center.
Yeah. Yes. And I signed up for that too, because now I'm waiting for a coupon code too, because like he was like 15%. Like, what? You got this for almost $100 off? So that's what I'm waiting for right now.
Okay. Take advantage of that. And Guitar Center is that's where I bought my microphone from. And those are, again, nothing but professionals are working there and going there as well. So they know all of their audio equipment for sure.
Yes, because, you know, with such a deal, I could kill 2 cockroaches with one. So I like to use the cockroaches, not the birds.
Hold on, say that one more again. Say that one more. She's killing cockroaches, folks. Say that one.
Killing 2 cockroaches with one stone. The reason why I don't use bird is because I've done capoeira. That's the Brazilian martial art, and you know, in capoeira you get nicknames. Your master gives you a name, and my capoeira name is a bird. So like,
you definitely definitely want to change that up a little bit. Okay, I hear that.
So yes, you know,
killing cockroaches over
here. If I get such a deal, I could upgrade both the microphone and get that RCP at the same time. That's why I'm waiting. That's what I'm waiting for right now. I think he's smart.
Do that. I love it. And here's a good point as well. So as far as Rode, they are not an official. They don't have an official location on Amazon. So so be careful if you are looking for Rode gear on Amazon. You don't know if it's coming from someone's backyard or someone's shed or something like that. They buy it direct from either them, from Guitar Center, or from Best Buy. I got mine at Best Buy because I don't have patience, and I didn't want to like order it and have to wait like 3 or 4 days. I am really bad at that. I have to go get it that
Get
day.
it?
It's bad.
That's actually what it will be with Guitar Center
Yeah.
too, because you order and if they don't have it in your local store, they ship it there and you go get it over there. So yeah, that's
Yep.
one reason to be outside, you know.
I love it. I love it. That's because, Lola, this is amazing. We can keep talking for forever, and I really think that we should keep talking more about some of the, the different aspects of who you are and your life and the things that you do. I mean, incredibly interesting person. I really want to talk about, the alternative medicine and how, you're focusing on energy and healing. I want to talk about some of those things. I want to talk about the cartomancer. I really want to have those conversations so, again, folks can understand and hear and get the different perspective. And then,
Absolutely.
then maybe even, take advantage of the services. I don't know if you charge for those kinds of things. I'm trying to put a couple extra dollars in your buy me a coffee, right?
Thank you so much for that. Yes, I do. I do have. Actually, I do have a buy me a coffee for Bistro Min and one for the other, because Gothangelic and Bistro Min, those are two separate businesses. So yes, I do charge for the service over there as well.
Okay. Not like getting interrupted by somebody calling me. I've been getting more. No, I've been getting more sales calls on my mobile. We don't have a home phone anymore, and I've been getting more crank calls from someone trying to give me Sally Mae discounts and telling me that I've been frauded by the IRS or whatever. I done paid Uncle Sam all his money. I am not defrauding anybody anything. So, what's next? What do you got? Go ahead.
You can get it. You can get in trouble with anyone, but the IRS
Don't
is
do
not
it.
one of them.
Don't do it. Look, I send them their money I was early too, April 15th. I wasn't waiting till I know we had this 30 days. I don't mess around.
Oh yeah, no, I filed in at the end of February.
Oh, now you're just showing off.
Sent my...
See, now,
No,
you just showing off now.
I already don't like to be in trouble with anybody, and when it comes to the IRS, toward the end of February, I called my CPA and I was like, "Hey, we need to do this thing."
You know what? I'm going to take a note about that too, because that's a whole nother aspect. Again, someone who started a business during the pandemic and just having a conversation about some of the folks that you now have to engage with, right? Legal, financial, just those whole types of things. Limited liability versus sole proprietorship. Just those conversations. I would love to get your perspective, and I like what Joanna said. I think we do need to do more lives together. So I'm gonna see if I can put you on the payroll here, Hicks New Media. We'll work something out. I get you some get you some assets and some stock going. What do you got going next? Tell the folks where they can find you, and what's next for Lola Kenton.
I am a busy bee. So what is next is, I am on all social media or at Bistro Min. Well, except Clubhouse, where I'm there as Lola Kenton. But yes, next is the same old thing, making videos on Bistro Min and continuing to get active with my training, my nutrition, and share that on social media. I give tips on across all social platforms, and also, of course, not neglect the cartomancy side, where I'll be making videos over there as well and live stream. So yes, I'm all over the place.
you keeping it moving, huh? I'm not mad at you.
Yes.
You keeping, and that's the best way to be. And I think that's healthy during these particular times when so much has again either stopped, paused, or changed for so many folks. Staying active, staying connected. This right here, I got to meet Joanna Swanfoot. Do you know who this is? I'm
Joanna
loving.
is my. Oh yes, we've been together for. I mean, we went to school together in Florida, and
Right, okay.
she's we are each other's ride or
Just
die.
good people. All right, good people right here. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm definitely gonna sign up for be her friend and be her friend. I don't know what else to say except thank you. Right, you have been amazing to talk to. I am so glad that I kicked back the ITN Live series and had this conversation with you. Everything that you say and everything that you do really seems to resonate with positivity. And I really think the world needs to have these types of conversations. The world needs to hear folks that are not just talking it, that are actually walking that walk, and can actually honestly tell that is who you are and that's what you do. The book is open wide, and it's not fiction. So let me just put it to you that way, right? And I think that the audience resonated with that. I hope that the folks that will be listening to this afterwards it resonates with them as well. I again will make sure that people have your links to all of your social profiles. I'm looking at them right now, and Beast Train Me, and I love it. I love the story behind why Beast Train Me, because again I wanted to ask that. Be well, be good to yourself, and again, first and foremost, thank you again for just taking time to hang out with me tonight.
Well, thank you so much, James. This was an honor. It's an honor to be here, and yes, I thank you for bringing me over. I thank your audience, and yes, it's been fun, and I'm open to do it again when you want.
I heard. Look, I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna make sure it's recorded because we're gonna do it again. Lola, we good. We out. Appreciate you guys.